Hey, this is Mariela from the Functional Company. All right, so just recently I went to a talk by an organization that I think is fantastic. I want to share this information if you're a parent or you know somebody who has kids and it's going to be in the school system. I want to share a little bit of information. So this talk was centered around parents knowing their rights when it comes to their children being assessed in school psychologically, right? Because what's happening, at least here in Texas, definitely in a lot of other states, but the tendency, what's happening is that they're making these evaluations in school to see whether or not a kid has some kind of a psychological tendency, and then a lot of these kids are put on medications, right? So some parents, this whole idea, what I'm going to share with you is just so that you're informed. You're going to make your own decisions in terms of what you think is best for your children in the end, but I'm just going to give you some information so that you are an informed parent, right? Some parents do not want their kids to be put on medications immediately. They want a second opinion, third opinion. They want to handle it through natural means. But what's happening is that oftentimes the teachers are being trained to funnel the kids who are acting out and funnel them to an evaluation, and then they get funneled to get put on medications. And the parents are kind of thrown it for a whirlwind, like, do they really need ADD medication? Do they really need an anti-anxiety medication? Do they really need this and that and the other at such a young age? So, you know, a lot of parents want to do a more natural route, working it through the diet, working at it through different means without getting into the medications. And you know, I'm not going to add my own personal viewpoint in terms of what I would do for myself. You might already have gotten to know my own personal viewpoint, but I'm just going to share this information. So this has to do with like, if you want your kid to be not be put on medications, like let's say your kid is being told to be put on medications or is given an evaluation. What are your rights as a parent? What can you do about it? Are there any exemptions? Who can you ask for help to give you a little bit more visibility when it comes to your options for the curriculum that your kid is going to be doing in school? Because look, you're about to hand off your kid into a school system, into another group of adults who are going to have your kid from 8 in the morning till 3 or 4 in the afternoon. They're going to be training your kid. They're going to be doing a bunch of things. So obviously you want to have your kid in the best hands possible. And sometimes there's parts of the system, there could be very good people in the school system, but there's parts of the system that, you know, are not always conducive to your own personal values or what you want your kid to actually be doing. So this organization is called Citizens Commission on Human Rights, CCHR. Okay, so this company it's an organization, nonprofit organization, is made so that you can have a resource when it comes to having not just your children, but really if you need any support or information regarding psychiatric medications, side effects, what your rights are, if somebody's taken to a hospital, is committed to a hospital psychiatric ward without your consent, what are your options, etc. You know, I've heard so many horror stories of things that just went in that direction that really could have been prevented, that were not as serious as they were constructed out to be. But like, you know, every single situation is different. The only thing I want to share with you is that this organization is something that every parent should know about, and everybody should be connected to. So in the description, I will put more information in terms of the website, phone number that you can contact and get more information if you just want to be an informed parent, especially as you're putting your kids into the school system. So you just know what your rights are when it comes to your kids being evaluated, being put on medications without your consent, without maybe you even being told that they're being evaluated, and also what they're being educated on. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time.